Welcome back to my channel. I know. Long time no see. My apologies. I had to go and get my whole life and get some great content to start bringing to you guys in the new year. So I am back. I am better and I am ready. All right. So one of the things that I've been noticing from teachers that I have taught or that I'm currently teaching as they're out in their placements and in their fields, they are really struggling with this concept of behavior, right? They are really seeing behaviors that they were not prepared for, they didn't know was going to happen, and they can't explain it. They can't figure out why it's happening, like what's going on. The students are going here, there, and beyond, and they have no idea what to do. In this video, we're talking about understanding the behavior in your students. Okay, so when it comes to understanding your students and behavior, there are a couple things that you need to know. Number one, sometimes students don't know what they don't know. So they don't know how to tell you that they are in need of whatever it is that they're looking for or they need at that specific time. So it's going to come across and it's going to look to you as a behavior. Most of the time it's annoying or it is deemed inappropriate, but that is their way of expressing to you what it is that they need, right? We often don't know, and in our minds we're like, why don't you just say you need X, Y, and Z? But if you don't know how to say I need X, Y, and Z, then you don't know what to say. So keep that in mind. Number two, every single behavior serves a purpose. It has a function. There is a reason why they are doing the things that they're doing. So let's talk about that word function. Function means the purpose, the reason behind the behavior. And there are 4 functions as it relates to applied behavior analysis that we look at when we're talking about behaviors in children. The 4 are, let's remember the acronym SEAT, S-E-A-T. Sensory stimulation, escape or avoidance, attention, and access to tangible. Let's talk about that first one, S, that sensory stimulation. That can look a variety of ways in the classroom, okay? It can be a student tapping their foot, tapping a pencil, twirling their hair. Whatever it is, they are getting that whatever they need by themselves in that type of sensory. So whatever it looks like, it is satisfying, it is reinforcing whatever that need is at that time. And that is what it will look like. So in order for us to understand, like, that tapping is really getting on my nerves, we must find ways to have them receive that same stimulation that they're looking for, but in a more socially appropriate way. And that could be maybe them squeezing a stress ball. It could be them spinning a fidget spinner, if they still use those, I have no idea. But the idea is to teach them a concept that will give them the same satisfactory that they're receiving, tapping the pencil, twirling their hair, patting their foot, whatever it is. That's the idea. E, escape or avoidance. This can look in the manner of, say you have math and the student has deficits in math, or math is a struggle for them, or they're just not getting the concept. That could be a matter of they're defiant. They may ball their paper up and throw it in the garbage. They may refuse to do the work. They may get up and walk around. Whatever it is, they are trying to get away and avoid completing that task. You need to identify what exactly it is that we are asking them to do, and then find ways of explaining it to them so that it is not a frustrating feat, or it is not a feat in which they feel defeated before they get started, and let them feel some kind of success in order for them to comply with what we need them to do. A, that is attention. That can look a variety of ways. It can be the student telling inappropriate jokes. It can be the student blurting out at you. It can be the student saying, oh, me, I know. Whatever it is, they want, need, and crave that attention at that moment. What we need to do is teach them socially appropriate ways to gain attention that they need so that it is not a distraction to the classroom and it is not inappropriate behavior. So rather than being upset when they're blurting out, maybe we reinforce the concept of please raise your hand in order to answer a question and I will call on you. And T, that is access to tangibles. So it could be something as simple as candy if they do something good and you give them a Skittle or M&M or something like that when they are exhibiting appropriate behavior. It could be computer time if they like that. It could be extra recess. It could be extra PE, whatever it is that they like. The behaviors that they will demonstrate that may show you that is what they're looking for is when you go to PE and it is time to go and they may have a complete fit, or they get upset if they're on the computer and it is time to transition to something else. Those are some behaviors that you may see. Work out some type of plan or contract for the student so that they can earn time to be on the computer, earn time to go play basketball in the gym, earn a piece of candy, and that can look like a token economy system. It could be a tally mark system, whatever it is that you can work out and implement with the student so that they have an opportunity to be successful and gain access to the things that they are desiring. So those are the 4 function of behaviors that you may see, and a plethora of behaviors that you may see that may identify that that is what the student is needing at that time. Okay? It's also important to note that this will not happen overnight, this change that we're looking for. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. The idea is that we reinforce the behavior that they're showing when it's appropriate in order to have longevity, and that we no longer look at extrinsic motivation to do the right things, but more so intrinsic, which means that it's the right thing to do and so you do it. So with that being said, start looking at the behaviors that your students are exhibiting and see if you can identify the function, and then come up with ways to reinforce the student so that they're getting what they need, but they're also demonstrating socially appropriate behavior. That's all I have. That's it in a nutshell. Be blessed. As always, be a blessing. Until next time, class is dismissed.